welcome back to the Follow-Up Podcast. I'm Eden, this is my dad Noah, and every week we sit on my bed and have a conversation about something we want to talk about. This week, I'm going to be giving some book reviews. 2 new books I recently read and loved, and I hope you'll enjoy them too.
We've done this before where you've just given books that you've read over the years, some books that you've enjoyed, and sometimes there are people in the comments who will then recommend other books.
Yeah. And if you have any questions,
thank you for those recommendations.
Yeah.
So you can do the same thing on Apple Podcasts. It's probably the best place to leave that, but you can do it right here on
YouTube.
If you're watching on YouTube, just click subscribe, and then in the comments you can just give some books.
I don't think
fifth grader, 10 years old.
I don't think you can on Spotify.
No, but you could just
you can
click
watch on
follow
Spotify.
and then click the 5 stars. That helps.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, like we've gotten questions before for saying, I have a, I don't know, like let's say 5-year-old daughter. What are some books Eden liked when she was that age? Happy to answer your questions, even if we just didn't mention it in the podcast.
Yeah, so just leave them in the comments.
And you can go back if you want to see books from starting when I think I was 7, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. All right, what's first?
Okay. I'm going to do the first book is Keeper of the Lost Cities.
Hold it up all the way.
Sorry. This is book 1. It's a 10 or 11 book series. I'm not fully sure because there's 0.5. But
There's what?
there's like 9.5 as a book, so
okay.
I'm not fully sure. But, okay, so this is by Shannon Messenger. And I think this is a good book if you like fantasy. When we're talking about fantasy here, it goes a lot against everything you've heard about fantasy in this book.
How so?
So they're talking about elves, and these elves have their own secret city. They're doing like passing through light, but they're not like pointy hat elves that live at the North Pole.
Okay.
And basically they're talking about this girl who's been. Don't listen to this if you don't want to kind of make spoiler, but not that much.
No spoilers.
It's not a spoiler. You just like know you. It's about a girl who's living with humans and gets discovered by elves.
Okay.
And she's really an elf. She's 100% elf, but she's been living with humans, and then she's learning about their world, and it goes against everything that anyone's ever told her. And they have unicorns. That's not what they call them, and woolly mammoths and all that stuff. But just normal.
So if you like what type of book, or maybe another book that you've read,
fantasy,
or another author,
mystery. So some other great. If you're looking for a mystery book, or also with fantasy, Harry Potter's a good book. I mean, I read it when I was younger.
Yep.
But if you're a little younger, that's a pretty good.
But if you like Harry Potter, you probably like this book.
Yeah, and a lot of people who like this also like Greek mythology. Personally, I don't, but I know a lot of people who like these books like that. And
where did you hear about this book?
I heard about this from my friends. All my friends were reading it.
Okay.
And said it was good. I mean, I think it's pretty good. I wasn't completely hooked in this book, I'm going to be honest, at the beginning.
Okay.
But then once I got more into it, it does take you a second to adjust to this book. But I think you got to give it a fair shot and read the book. Read till the end. I promise you it gets better. And a lot of my friends said, starting in book 3, 4, and on, there's a lot more drama. Book 1 and 2 are meeting characters, but books 3 and on are where you find out more things.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So the next book I would recommend that I recently read was The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I don't have it with me. Forgot it at school. But, yeah, bad on my part. But that was a really good book. I would say that book, it's fiction, just a regular fiction book, but then it's also romance because she's falling in love. So I wouldn't give that book to anyone younger than 10. And it definitely depends on what they're like, because I definitely would say some parts of that book are inappropriate.
How so?
Just some inappropriate things happen.
Well, inappropriate for who? Or for what?
Kids that are, I don't want to say less mature, but I want to make you should make sure that someone can handle it.
Okay.
Like there's some
So
parts.
give me an example of something that might be mature.
There's some drinking, some kissing.
Okay.
I mean, it just depends on the person. I don't
Sure.
remember all the parts, but it's just it's more about someone. It's about a lot of people finding out who they are and moving through teenage years.
So you think this book, if you had read it when next year or the year after, it still would have been fine for you to read then?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you will read it again later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
One of the books I asked you to get at Barnes and Noble was the second book in the series. It's a
Oh.
It's a 3-book series.
Okay.
I think it starts with in the book there are some flashbacks to when the character is younger, but I think it starts when the book takes place when she's 15.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's gonna present some things that
Yeah, exactly.
you're not fully prepared for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. So, why did you like the book?
Why did I like the book? Because it kept me hooked.
How?
There were a lot of things happening always. Things happening to the character. Because it takes place at Cousins Beach, or that's what they call it.
Okay.
And I think that's how you would say it. And it's about a girl and her brother and her mom go there every year because her mom's best friend and then has 2 older brothers. They have she's like 2 boys that are older. And I think they're the same age as her older brother. They go. It's their house, and they go there every summer.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes place there. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a girl coming of age story.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, had you ever read anything else like it?
I don't know. I don't think so. But it was.
Did you feel like you could, despite her being 15, were there certain things in there that you felt like you could relate to, or that you had think about in your future?
I mean, some smaller things that happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you could talk about that doesn't give it away?
There's so many things that happen that are small, but just.
They're small and meaningful?
They're small and meaningful for that book. So.
Meaningful to the plot that you wouldn't want to give it away.
Yeah. It's not like a given plot. It's not just like. It's not like in a mystery book where this is the problem, you gotta solve it. And
It's a story.
Yeah, it's a story. It's good. I would recommend it.
You said
there is also a Disney series.
You said there's another book in the series?
There's 2 more books.
So did this book leave off with a cliffhanger?
A little bit. Not like a dun dun dun, but a cliffhanger where you know there's more to come.
Okay.
Where you know there is more. Like you couldn't just end there and that'd be it.
So you're hoping that the second book picks up exactly where this left off?
Well, I read the first 5 pages of the second book in the back of the book.
Oh. Does it pick up right where this left off?
Picks off, I'm pretty sure, the next summer.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Because it all takes place during the summer.
Okay.
It's about her life during the summer. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. And I'm reading The Book Thief.
Yeah.
I don't think it's appropriate for you yet, but I'm glad I'm reading it.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're reading it.
And then maybe once I finish reading that, then talk about it. Potentially.
Okay.
Okay. So remember, on YouTube, you can just click subscribe. It's very easy to do. Leave comments. And then once you subscribe, then you'll automatically get notified when the podcast goes up every Monday.
Yeah.
Same on Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Yeah.
wherever,
it just helps
wherever you get
people
your podcasts.
see the podcast more and help people know about it.
Yep. This is episode 240.
Woo.
All right.
10 more episodes, then 250.
That's true. That's true.
Woo.
All right. I love you.
Love you.